Hi, this is Dr. Rajeshwar from YR PharmaTube. Previously, we discussed introduction to anti-diabetic agents, insulin and insulin preparations, sulfonylureas, biguanides, thiazolidine diones, and meglitinides. I have given the links below this video in the description. Watch them. In this video, we discuss on alpha-glucosidase inhibitors, the fifth and last type of oral hypoglycemic agents and their individual drugs such as acarbose and voglibose. From this lesson, you will understand the alpha-glucosidase inhibitors, natural glucosidase inhibitors, their importance in the breakdown of complex polysaccharides into simpler sugars, mechanism of action, uses, and examples of drugs acarbose and voglibose. Introduction to alpha-glucosidase inhibitors. Alpha amylase and alpha glucosidase are key enzymes responsible for the metabolism of carbohydrates. The salivary and pancreatic alpha amylases are responsible for the breakdown of complex polysaccharides into simpler sugars such as oligo and disaccharides, preparing them for intestinal absorption. Alpha-glucosidase, which consists of maltase, sucrase, isomaltase, and glucoamylase, is a membrane-bound enzyme present in the brush border of the small intestine in relatively high concentrations in the proximal part of the jejunum. This enzyme catalyzes the conversion of the disaccharides sucrose and maltose into glucose. The resulting monosaccharides are then absorbed by the enterocytes of the jejunum and enter systemic circulation as well as various biochemical pathways for the production of energy. Thus, inhibiting alpha-glucosidase will delay the process of carbohydrate absorption in the gut by moving these undigested disaccharides into the distal sections of the small intestine and colon. The result is the prevention of glucose production, thereby reducing postprandial hyperglycemia. All known alpha-glucosidase inhibitors are excreted unchanged in the feces, obviating metabolic drug interactions. Examples of alpha-glucosidase inhibitors include number 1 acarbose, number 2 miglytol, and number 3 voglibose. Natural alpha-glucosidase inhibitors. There are a large number of natural products with alpha-glucosidase inhibitor action. For example, genistein is a potent isoflavone isolated from soy fermentation broths of Streptomyces species and has been demonstrated to be a reversible, non-competitive alpha-glucosidase inhibitor. Some cinnamic acid analogues of particular interest have been isolated from the rhizomes of Kaempferia galangal. A 4-methoxy trans-cinnamic acid and its corresponding ethyl ester are inhibitors of maltase. Both of these methoxy derivatives of cinnamic acid showed improved enzyme inhibitory activity, but replacing the electron-rich hydroxyl groups of the molecule or introduction of an electron-withdrawing nitro group renders them inactive. Closely related to the cinnamic acids is the non-competitive inhibitor bis-dimethoxycurcumin, which is isolated from rhizomes of Curcuma longa, which was found to be twice as active as the clinically used pseudotetrasaccharide acarbose. Green tea, which is an excellent source of polyphenols such as flavonoids, catechins, and thiaflavins, has been studied extensively in the control of blood glucose by inhibition of carbohydrate metabolizing enzymes. Among the thiaflavin derivatives, 3-orthogallate and its 3,3-diorthogallate analog are potent inhibitors of rat and porcine intestinal maltase. The alkaloid castanospermine and indolizin that closely resembles 1-deoxynogermycin was isolated from the seeds of Castanospermum australe. Although there are few alpha-glucosidase inhibitors that have been approved by the FDA, current literature shows an increasing awareness in the field of these carbohydrate metabolizing enzyme inhibitors, which can lead to novel alpha-glucosidase inhibitors in the near future. Mechanism of action of alpha-glucosidase inhibitors. They are saccharides that act as competitive inhibitors of enzymes needed to digest carbohydrates, specifically alpha glucosidase enzymes in the brush border of the small intestines. The membrane-bound intestinal alpha glucosidases hydrolyze oligopolysaccharides in the small intestine. Acarbose block pancreatic alpha amylase in addition to inhibiting membrane-bound alpha glucosidases. Pancreatic alpha amylase hydrolyzes complex starches to oligosaccharides in the lumen of the small intestine. In addition of these enzyme systems reduces the rate of digestion of carbohydrates. Less glucose is absorbed because the carbohydrates are not broken down into glucose molecules. In diabetic patients, the short-term effect of these drugs therapy is to decrease current blood glucose levels. The long-term effect is a small reduction of HbA1c levels. Alpha glucosidase inhibitors are used to establish greater glycemic control over hyperglycemia in type 2 diabetes mellitus, particularly with regard to postprandial hyperglycemia. They may be used as monotherapy in conjunction with an appropriate diabetic diet and exercise, or they may be used in conjunction with other anti-diabetic agents. The drug of choice of alpha glucosidase inhibitors is acarbose. Acarbose is a naturally occurring oligosaccharide, specifically a tetrasaccharide, which is obtained from the microorganism Actinoplanes utahensis. It is composed of an acarviosin moiety with a maltose at the reducing terminus. It is a starch blocker and inhibits alpha glucosidase, an intestinal enzyme that releases glucose from larger carbohydrates. It is a white to off-white powder that is soluble in water and has a pKa of 5.1. As one might expect, its affinity for alpha glucosidase is based on its being a polysaccharide that the enzyme attempts to hydrolyze. This allows acarbose to act as a competitive inhibitor, which in turn reduces the intestinal absorption of starch, dextrin, and disaccharides. Acarbose is a generic sold as Glucobe or Precose or Pandase. It is an anti-diabetic drug used to treat type 2 diabetes mellitus. The combination of acarbose with metformin results in greater reductions of HbA1c, fasting blood glucose, and postprandial glucose than either agent alone. It is not potent enough to justify the side effects of diarrhea and flatulence. The next and last drug is voglibose. Voglibose is the newest drug of this class. It is a valiolamine derivative and inhibitor of alpha glucosidase with anti-hyperglycemic activity. It binds to and inhibits alpha glucosidase, an enteric enzyme found in the brush border of the small intestines that hydrolyzes oligosaccharides and disaccharides into glucose and other monosaccharides. This prevents the breakdown of larger carbohydrates into glucose and decreases the rise in postprandial blood glucose levels. It is marketed as Voglib or Volix. It is used for lowering postprandial blood glucose levels in people with diabetes. It delays the absorption of glucose, thereby reducing the risk of macrovascular complications. This is the list of references followed for the lesson. That's all in this video, alpha glucosidase inhibitors as oral hypoglycemic agents. With this, we end the topic of anti-diabetic agents. I will come up with a new topic in the next video. Till then, never stop learning and never stop watching my videos. Thank you for watching this video.